Oh my God. Welcome to another reformer workout. My name is Melanie. This workout today is by request. Daniela asked for a reformer workout with light hand weights. So I've got 3-pound weights here, anything between 2 and 5 pounds. Grab those, keep them close by, and I'll meet you down on the reformer. We're gonna start today's workout with footwork with our hand weights. I added 3 red springs, which would be 3 heavy springs on another machine. Headrest will be up. I'm gonna lie down flat on the reformer, get into a nice neutral spine position, which means the bottom of my sacrum is really heavy on the mat. Start with the arches of the feet on the foot bar, hip distance apart, curling the toes over. I'm gonna begin with the elbows anchored into the mat. So I'm just gonna begin pressing away, bending the knees to come on in, exhaling as you press away, inhale to come back in. We can start extending the arms long over the shoulders. Inhale, bring them right back down. Exhale to press up, inhale to come down. So as we start moving, these arm weights are gonna feel pretty modest to begin. We're gonna keep using them throughout class. So over the course of the workout, they may start to feel a little bit heavier. You wanna take care to bring the hands right over the shoulders, not far above, not too far forward. We're gonna continue this for another 2. 1. Good, you're gonna press out and hold. Hover the elbows above the mat. Knees are bent halfway in. We're gonna take tiny pulses up and down. Elbows pulse and legs pulse. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Deep breath in, bring it all the way home. Very good. Now we're gonna move the heels to the foot bar. Feet are flexed. Big breath in. We're gonna take an exhale. We're gonna punch one arm, flip the hand to face forward. Inhale, bring it in, arm comes down, legs come. Exhale, opposite arm punches up. Inhale, bring it up. So the arm is rotating. So the palm flips to face forward as the leg extends. And as you bring it in, the hands face each other. Good. One thing to keep in mind is you don't want to let that shoulder rotate and peel up off the mat. I want to make sure the shoulder is anchored down. Probably feeling a little bit of work through the front of the shoulders, through the biceps, through the chest. Try to make sure that pinky toe is reaching for your nose just as much as your big toe is. Squeezing through the back of the legs, pressing through the heels to get a little bit more glutes. Let's go for 1 more each side. Good. Exhale, bring it all the way in. Scoot your body just maybe an inch away from the shoulder blocks. We're going to bring the heels to the outer corners of the foot bar. Arms are going to be bent at a goalpost or a right ankle. Flexing through the toes, you're going to exhale. Bring the weights above the shoulders. Inhale, bring everything back in. Elbows bend, knees bend. Check in with your spine. Make sure it's still in that neutral spine position. Getting lots of chest here. At least starting to warm up through the chest. We don't necessarily want the heels of the weights to come together. You can stop above the shoulders, that's fine. Feet are staying flexed. Knees are still rotated so that they're tracking right above the toes. Good, let's go for another 4. This is 3. Last 2. And 1. We're gonna go into those tiny pulses again. Bend to bring it halfway home. Arms come out to the side. We're gonna take tiny pulses with the legs, tiny pulses with the elbows. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, just a few centimeters with the hands and the legs. This is 3, 2, supporting us through the back of the shoulders, upper back. Exhale, extend everything long. Inhale, bring it home. Now, closing the carriage, we're gonna bring the balls of the feet to the foot bar, heels lifted for a releve position. You're gonna hover the elbows above the bed so there's just a little bit of space between the back of your arms and the carriage. You're gonna take a big breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna straighten out the legs, keep the heels high, extend the arms long, elbows are not down, hovering above the bed. Bend the elbows, bring everything back in. So we're going for tricep extensions, which are also kind of a bicep curl here. just with the way the weight is working with gravity. And you're keeping those heels lifted the entire time. So I'm not letting the heels drift under the carriage as I extend long. Everything is staying lifted, nice and long. Squeezing all the way through the leg, nice long extension. Exhale, find that abdominal engagement as you press out. Take care not to let the elbows drift down to the bed. Collarbone is rolled nice and wide. Let's take another 3. Last 2. And 1. Hover the arms long. You're going to keep the elbows hovered. You're going to lift and lower the heels under the foot bar. Let's go for 8. 7. Taking care to press down and up slowly with control. 6. Equal pressure through each toe. So equal pressure through big toe and little toe. This is 3. 2, your biceps might be getting a little tired by now. And 1. Bend the elbows, bend the knees. Take 1 quick break. Big inhale. Find a little bit more space through your shoulders and your shoulder blocks if you need it. Hovering the elbows above the bed. Exhale. Extend everything long. Now we're going to go for a run. So I'm going to bend the right elbow, bend the left knee, and switch. So opposite leg and arm bend. Elbows are hovering. So one arm is bent, one arm is straight. So I'm doing these bicep curls as I go for a run. Try to get the accent on the leg up. So rather than pushing down through the feet, I'm really trying to accent up. So it's like a breath of fresh air every time you switch. And see if you can synchronize the full extension between the arm and the leg. It's almost like a little bit of an athletic dance here. Okay, the 5, switch, 4, switch, a little bit of cardio in here. 2, switch, 1, switch. Good, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Bring the carriage all the way home. Place the weights down by your side. Bring the feet to the outer corner of the foot bar and just rock your knees side to side. Little windshield wiper motion. Very nice. We're gonna get ready to move on. Next, roll up to sit. We're gonna switch on to one single blue spring. We're gonna go for arm work where we've got a strap in one hand and a weight in the other to give us a little bit of balance challenge and core stability. So I'm gonna take the right strap, place it into my right hand. On that one blue spring or light spring, I'm gonna come to sitting on my heels, taking one of my weights into my left hand. So my toes are curled under, I'm sitting on my heels. You could also do this in a cross-legged position, whatever is best. My palms are flipped to face forward. My shoulders are right above my hips. I'm gonna take a big breath in. I'm gonna extend both arms straight forward, bring them back down to my sides. So either your elbows can be very straight without being hyperextended, or you can have a little bit of a bend in them. Either way is fine. As you extend the arms forward, just take care not to let the shoulders roll forward and your upper back curve. Each time you exhale, raise the arms, strengthen the core. Feel that tension build in between your hip bones. We're gonna go for another 3. Last 2. And 1. Extend the arms forward. I'm gonna bend the elbows, extend them directly forward. Bend the elbows, extend them forward. If this is feeling very easy, every time you extend, you can also think about lifting the hips. That's another option. I'm gonna keep my butt seated for today. Good. Last one. Extend it forward. I'm gonna take tiny circles to the outside, just the size of a tennis ball. You've got 5, 4. Carriage is moving a little bit, but my core is stable. 1, reverse directions for 5. Good, last 3, 2, 1. Lower the arms, roll your shoulder back, let the carriage close. Deep breath in, we're gonna continue with hug a tree. So if your feet are getting tired, you can also rest your hips down to your heels. I'm I'm gonna bring the fingertips together so it's like I'm holding a big pumpkin or a big beach ball. I'm gonna keep the elbows lifted high. Open the carriage wide, open the arms wide, bring them back together. Open the arms, taking care not to let the elbows come back behind the body. Squeeze the fingertips together. So the arms stay in front of the body the whole time. Definitely pretty hard with that strap just in one side, getting a little bit of oblique challenge. Good, this is 3, 2, and 1. That gets pretty hard by the end. Relax it down. Place that strap down by your side. Now we get to do everything on the other side. So weight goes into your right hand, strap goes into your left hand. I'm gonna bring it back to toes curled under for this one. Butt is down by our heels, shoulders over hips. Deep breath in, really tall. Press the arms forward. Bring them back down slowly with control. You are in control of the spring. The spring is not in control of you. So if you're using momentum or letting the carriage take you for a ride on the way back in, slow it down just a little bit and get the most out of this exercise. Good. So as you may have heard from me on other videos, with this arm extension, we're not going above the shoulders. You're just going right to shoulder height or slightly below. No need to go higher than that, or else this tends to go into your upper traps. Good. Last 2. And 1. Extend the arms forward. Serve a tray. Bend the elbows in. Exhale, extend them forward. And again, if you feel like you need to kick this up a notch, you can raise the butt up every time you extend the arms, if you like. Fully optional. I'm going to go for 5. This is 4. Exhaling every time you extend, taking care not to collapse the collarbone as you extend those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms out, little circles to the outside, just the size of a tennis ball. Core is stable, your body is not rocking back and forth. The carriage will move just a little bit and reverse. This is 6, 5, 4, squeeze the abs. 2, 1, lower everything down. Let the carriage close for a second and rest. I'm gonna sit my butt down on my heels. You can do what you like. And next we're gonna go into hug a tree. So you still have that strap in your left hand, weight in the right hand. I'm gonna bring the fingertips together. Open the arms wide, keeping the elbows lifted. Exhale, squeeze to bring it to midline. Big breath in, exhale, fingertips meet in the middle. Good, this is 6. Try to not let your chin dip forward as you do this one. You really want to keep your ears tucked back and send your tailbone back behind you to make sure that you're not slouching into your low back. Last 2. And 1. Very nice. Relax that strap down by your side. We're going to move on. All right, next we're going to move into a little bit of side lying legs. So I've switched on to a blue spring for today. That's going to be a pretty moderate choice, a light spring. If you want a little more resistance, you could go for a red spring or a heavy spring. I put a ball down on the headrest, move to flat position. You can use a yoga block or just rest your head down on your arm, whatever is best. I'm going to come down to lying on my right side. I have the one hand weight very nearby. I'm going to reach forward, grab this strap and then place it onto my left foot. My bottom leg is in tabletop. I've moved my body pretty close to the back edge of the mat, and I've got the weight placed into my left hand. So just with your hand in a comfortable position, top leg is bent into tabletop. I'm rocking my hips so they're stacked right on top of each other. Leg parallel to the floor. I'm going to straighten the leg, straighten the arm, bend everything, bring it back home. So the legs come back to tabletop. The elbow on top is hovered right above my hip. And I'm straightening the leg, straightening the arm, going for a tricep kickback as I press that leg directly to the side. So your goal with the leg position is try to get the heel right in line with your hip as you extend back. So the leg isn't in front of the body. It's not really far behind the body. I'm not shifting my torso. Everything is staying super stacked and steady. And I'm really flexing that foot, driving through the heel to extend that leg to the side. Good, 2 more. And last one. Very nice. So now I'm going to point through the foot, draw the arm forward, leg comes right in front of the hip. Bring the leg and arm right to the side. So the arm and leg are moving together. And press it back. Good. I'm going to flip my palm to face forward. Definitely getting a little bit of shake in the arm. I'm going to keep the hand flipped downward this whole time. Knee is in parallel, so the knee is facing forward. Each time I press through, really pulling up on the quad to keep the leg nice and straight. Let's go for 2. The arm is getting really tired now. And 1. Stop at the side. Good, now I'm gonna draw the leg up, arm goes up, down, leg goes down. So the leg is turning out at the top, external rotation, knee flips to face forward on the bottom. Arm goes up above the shoulder, leg and arm go down at the same time. Good, let's go for 4. And switch. So that is external rotation on the leg on the way up, flip to parallel on the way down. Good. Feeling glutes here for sure. Still lots of shoulder, lots of bicep. Good. Last one. Very nice. Bend the elbow, bend the leg, take the strap off of the foot. Let the carriage close slowly, carefully. I'm going to press up to turn over and flip to the other side. So now keep that weight close by you. I'm going to place it in front of my torso. Come down to lying on the left side of your machine. I'm going to take that right strap, place it onto the arch of the right foot. Both legs start bent in tabletop. I'm going to hover my elbow right above my waist, hover the top leg. Both legs are bent. I'm going to press through the leg as I extend right to the hip, extend the arm as well, bend the knee, bend the elbow. So leg is hovered, elbow is hovered. Once again, I'm trying to get that heel right in line with my hip. Pelvis is staying really still, not wiggling around. I'm engaging my core, specifically my obliques, to help me stay nice and stable as I have this unilateral force going through the strap and the spring. I'm going to take 2 more. Make sure to let that rope come in between your knees. If that feels most comfortable to you, that probably will to many of you. And 1. Good. Now leg and arm are straight, pointing through the foot. I'm going to draw the arm and leg in front of the hip and press to the side. Rather, the leg comes so that the foot is directly in front of the hip, arm comes so that the hand is in front of the shoulder, and press to the side. Really trying to focus on this nice long extension through the leg, pulling the quad up, engaging the quad, pulling that kneecap up, really engaging glutes and hamstrings here. Also taking care not to let the leg and arm float behind the body. Let's go for 2. And exhale as you press those legs, press the leg and arm to your side. And 1. Very nice. Hover here. Now, arm and leg go up. Leg rotates to external rotation. Hand comes above the shoulder. Bring that leg back to parallel. Arm comes down to a hover by your side. Raise it up. Slowly with control. Exhale, press through that strap. Control the weight as everything goes down. Very nice. All the way up. And if you don't have a lot of range here, that's fine. Take it to the extent of your range that you comfortably have without sacrificing pelvic stability or feeling any pain. That just may be a short distance, that's fine. Work with what you've got. Increase the range over time. Let's go for 2 more. Exhaling as you press through. Last one. Lower, down. Bend the elbow, bend the leg. take that strap off of your foot, slowly but carefully, close the carriage, and press up to sitting. Next, we're gonna finish up with our standing series. I've got one weight in each hand. I'm gonna come to the right side of my reformer. My right foot will be about a foot away from the front edge of the machine. Left foot up against the shoulder block behind you. If you have a reformer with legs on it, you might wanna stand on a box to make this a little bit easier. If you don't have that, that's okay too. If your reformer is on the floor, you're all good. One weight in each hand, roll the shoulders back, palms flip to face each other. What I'm gonna do is keep that back leg straight. Send the carriage back, bend the front leg as I bring the arms up to shoulder height. Inhale, send the head up as I straighten out that front leg. Back leg is staying nice and long. Press through the heel, grow taller as you bring it all the way home. So hips are staying really square, meaning they're both shining directly forward like a light. Not twisting through the torso or through the pelvis. Squeezing the glutes, pressing through that heel, sending the head high. Every time I come all the way back in. Good, 2 more. Nice proud chest, and 1. Pause here, I'm gonna row the elbows back, bend the knee. Exhale, extend everything. So elbows come in, back knee comes in, extend everything long. If you find it more comfortable to just draw the torso down, you're welcome to do that. I'm gonna stand tall with a nice proud chest. So I'm squeezing the shoulder blades together, elbows almost skim the side of the rib cage. Big breath in, exhale, extend everything long. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Everything long, big breath in, exhale, extend, straighten out that front leg. Great, let's go to the other side. So I'm going to walk around to the other side of my machine. My left foot will be in that same spot, about a foot away from the front edge of the carriage, falling over. Right foot is up against that other shoulder block. Palms flip to face each other. My chest nice and proud, really tall. Big breath in, exhale. Arms go to shoulder height, bend the front leg, back leg stays straight. Press into that right heel, everything comes back up. Good. Arms forward, leg back. Press through the heel, stand up really tall. So that back leg is staying straight for this whole first part. Every time you straighten out that front leg, push into the heel, send your head up toward the ceiling. Good, we've got another 4. Feeling your legs, certainly on the left side, feeling your abs as well, helping you go through all of this. Very nice, you've got 1 more. Pause here. Back knee comes in, elbows row back. Extend everything straight. Right knee bends, elbows come in toward the side. Exhale, extend them long. Very good. We've got another 5. Extend. This is 4. Extend. Try to get the shoulder blades to kiss in the back. Extend. 3. And 2. Keep it breathing. And 1. Good. Everything straight and long. Head reaches up toward the ceiling. Close the stopper and step off of the machine. Next, you're going to place your foot bar into its downward position, or take it off if you're on an IQ reformer like mine, and we'll switch to 1 blue spring or 1 light. Okay, more in our standing series. So I switched onto a red spring for this first part. I'm going to step onto the platform or the sandpaper first. It's very important for safety. And then next, I'm going to step my right foot onto the mobile carriage. So I'm going to bring my elbows bent tight into my rib cage. I'm going to take a nice deep squat. So I'm flaring the sits bones back behind me, so I'm not tucking my tail under. I'm going to keep these arms bent just to begin. I'm going to start extending the right foot out, bend it in slowly with control. Press the carriage out, bend it in slowly with control. Once that feels doable, you can extend both arms behind you for a nice tricep extension. Good, let's go for 5. This is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it back to that squat. We're gonna go for the other side. Left leg extends as you tricep extend to the back. Trying to keep your weight anchored so you're not letting the leg shift under that knee. Hinging at the hips so that tailbone is not curling under. The pelvis is not curling under. Pressing evenly through that left foot, finding that full extension. Trying to extend the arms directly behind the shoulders. Last 2. Still breathing. And 1. Good. Bring it back to that squat. Now we're going to alternate sides. Right leg, center. Left leg, center. Still tricep kickbacks. We're going to do a lot of tris today. Good. Let's go for 4. Switch. 3. Still breathing. Switch. It's a hard one to narrate through today. And switch. Last one. And switch. Very good. I'm going to give your triceps a break. Place both weights into one hand. You're going to reach down. Switch to a blue spring. We're going to go for some inner thighs. So one weight in each hand. Arms long by your sides. Just going to send the carriage out as far as you can, comfortably. Bring the arms up to a T. Inhale. Grow taller. Bring the carriage all the way in. Try not to bump it like I did. Exhale, squeeze through the inner thighs. Chest is proud. Send your head up to the ceiling. Open wide. To your arms in a T, legs in a V. Good, and take care to not arch your back here, but try not to tuck the pelvis under either. And if this resistance is feeling doable, but you could use a little more, you could switch to a yellow spring or an extra light spring. If it's a little too intense for your inner thighs, you could go for a red spring as well. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Bring it all the way home. Very nice. Next, we're going to bring the arms out to a T. You're going to dive the left hand down to the right ankle. Inhale, twist. Return to starting. Bring the carriage back. Twist through the torso. Dive that left hand down. Inhale. Bring everything back. We're going to go for 4 more. And switch. 3. Switch. Really feel those obliques initiate this twist. And switch. Last one. And switch. Close the carriage. Arms go down. Hopefully more quietly than I just did. We're going to step down with the right foot first, left foot second. Switch onto a red spring again. And we're going to repeat all of that on the other side. So once again, right foot comes to the platform or the sandpaper first. Left foot to the mobile bed. And my foot is going to be pretty close to the edge of the carriage. Wherever feels comfortable for you. Elbows are going to bend in toward the waist. I'm going to take a nice squat here. What I'm going to do is start with extensions on the left side, bring it back in. So I'm going into a tricep kickback. Once again, flaring my sit bones back behind me, not tucking the pelvis under. Want a nice neutral spine here. Also keeping the rib cage down, so I'm not arching or swaying the top of my spine back. Pressing through the heel. You've got 2 and 1. Good. Now I'm going to shift onto that left leg without sending my torso all the way over. I'm going to press that right leg straight, bring it back home. Good. I'm going to just reconfigure my foot here for a sec. Good. Extend it long and back. Taking care not to let that knee shift away under. Taking care not to let that hip shift over the left knee. Pressing evenly through the right foot. Trying as best as I can to keep my hands right behind my shoulders. Last 2 and 1. Good, bringing it back to that squat position, really grounding myself in my heels. Left leg goes out and I switch to the right. Tricep kickbacks continue throughout this whole thing. And switch. Good, 4 more each side. 4, and switch. Try to focus on squeezing those elbows in toward the body. Good, this is your last 2. And switch. 1, and switch. Very nice. Everything comes back to center. Close the carriage with control. Straighten your legs on up. I'm gonna switch to 1 blue spring for our inner thigh series next. So my right foot will come to the platform first, once again. Left foot comes to the mobile carriage next. Arms are long by your sides. Stand up really tall, palms flip to face each other. I'm gonna send the carriage away. Hands come up to shoulder height or a little bit lower. Grow really tall as you bring the carriage all the way home. Abs engage. Think about your sternum lifting each time. And this doesn't have to be a really crazy wide range of motion. It can just be wherever you feel comfortable and stable. Whoops, but trying to make sure you can control it. So if you find yourself slamming that carriage each time, think about maybe less range, more control. Slow it down until you feel like you've got command of the spring rather than relying on momentum. Keep your abs engaged in this whole process. Last one before the twist. Close the carriage, stand really tall. And next, your arms will come out to a T. We're gonna dive, twist through the obliques. Send that right hand down to your left ankle. Twist to come up, arms to a T. Twist through the torso, right hand down, left arm up. Twist to come back. You may notice one direction is much harder than the other. For me, that's this one. I'm really shaking through this one. 2 more. Good. Last one, twist through the waist. Untwist, really tall. Stand nice and proud. Close the carriage. Left foot steps back, right foot steps down. Let's get rid of the weights. Oh boy, I think we all need a stretch after that one. So let's begin with mermaid stretch. We did a ton for upper body today. I'm gonna come into a Z sit. You could alternately do cross-legged position, but my left foot is bent in front of me. My right leg is bent with my right shin up against the shoulders. I'm on 1 red spring. My left hand is on the foot bar, pretty close to being in line with my left shoulder. My right arm is down by my side. Taking a big breath in, shoulders rolled back. I'm gonna exhale, press into that left arm. Right arm reaches up and over. Palm flips to face the floor. I can glance over to my left side. Big breath in, reach the fingertips up. Let the carriage draw you in. Arm comes down by your side. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten out that left arm, push the carriage away. Right shoulder rolls down. Inhale, bring it right back up. Good, deep breath in, exhale. Reach up and over. Nice side body stretch here, nice release through upper back, rear delts. Good, inhale, bring it back up. I'm gonna rotate to the other side next. So when I turn around, my right leg will be in the front, left leg will be bent, right up against those shoulder blocks. Right hand in line with the right shoulder on the foot bar. Left arm down by your side. Big breath in, exhale, push into that right hand on the foot bar. Reach up and over, trying not to let the left hip curl up, keeping that nice and heavy on the mat. Left hand is rotated to face the floor. Inhale, push into the hand to come on back. Big breath in, exhale, reach up and over. Palm flips to face the floor. Feel that nice long side body stretch. Let the right shoulder and left shoulder melt away from the ears. Deep breath in, exhale, reach up and over. Hopefully this feels like a nice release. And bring it all the way up. Good. Next, we're gonna move into a nice scooter stretch. We did a fair amount for legs and hips today, so we're really gonna focus on stretching all of that out as well. So hands will be on the foot bar, toes will be curled under against that back shoulder block. Both hands will be on the foot bar. I'm just gonna keep my chest really high and lifted, send the carriage back. Front knee is bent for now. Deep breath in, exhale, bring the carriage back home. I'm gonna let my body curve through the upper spine as I come in. Exhale, unfurl it. Really feeling that deep hip flexor stretch here. Upper body as relaxed as you can have it. I'm gonna let my left leg extend, and I can bring my hands to the frame or to the floor if I like. You can do the same. I'm gonna keep my hands on the foot bar for now. Going for this nice supported front split. Bend the knee, draw the carriage to a close. I'm gonna go for the other side. So next, my right foot will come to the side of the machine, toes pretty close to the front edge. Left foot up against that back shoulder block behind you. Deep breath in, exhale. Both knees are bent to begin, but I'm just sending the carriage back behind me, straightening out that left leg just a little bit. Keeping the upper body relaxed, shoulders really wide. Deep breath in, exhale, draw the carriage in slowly with control. I can let my upper spine flex a little bit as I come in, if that feels nice. Exhale. Feel like a light is shining from your sternum. Gaze is forward, maybe even a little high, really relaxing into this stretch. You can also extend that right leg forward for a supported front split. If that feels good for you, just make sure your shoulders are not hiked up toward your ears. Big breath in, bend the carriage, bring it on home. And I'm gonna finish up with a little glute stretch as well. So coming down to laying on the machine, I'm gonna make sure the headrest is in an upward position. I do this one a lot, but it's because it's really good. So I'm gonna take this strap on the right side, place it onto the arch of the right foot, and cross the left ankle over my left thigh, right above the knee. I'm gonna bend the right leg. Just feel this intensify, nice stretch through the left side of the glutes. Good, using your breath, letting your exhale sink you a little bit deeper into your stretch. Making sure your shoulders are relaxed and rolled down. Using your left hand on your left thigh to give a little bit more intensity if you like. Good. Press through that right strap. Place your left foot down on the foot bar. Flex that foot on the right side up toward the ceiling. Heel is just about right over the hip. Pull down on that rope for a little bit more hamstring stretch here. And once again, roll the shoulders back. Really feel your chest relax and open up here. Flex those toes a little bit more. Take the strap off of the foot, supporting yourself with the left foot. Put that right foot down on the foot bar and extend out as you put the left foot into the strap. So when I'm ready, I'm gonna pick my right foot up, place it over the left thigh, right above the left knee. I'm gonna bend that left knee, and let the strap and the spring really put a little bit of added intensity to the glute stretch on the right side. And once again, all I'm focused on here is using my breath to deepen the stretch here. If you like, you can put a little bit of pressure through your hand into your right thigh, right above the knee. Using a really deep breath here, letting your muscles relax just a little bit more every time you exhale. Paying attention to your upper body here as well. Very nice. Extending that left leg straight, placing the right foot down on the foot bar. I'm going to extend that left leg up toward the ceiling, trying to get that heel above the hip so that my pelvis isn't curling under, it's still in neutral. I'm going to take hold of that strap, flex the foot on the left side, really trying to see if I can keep that heel above my hip and pull on that rope to intensify this stretch. You can kind of let your quad go here. My goal for you is to make sure that this stretch is really focused on the back of the leg. Play around with the tension here. When you're ready, supporting yourself with your right foot on the foot bar, take that strap off of your foot, bring the carriage to a close. I'm going to finish up just opening the arms out to a T, palms face forward, arms to your side, right at about shoulder height to the side of you. Feeling that stretch through the chest and through the biceps. Good, one more big breath. Good. Slowly, carefully reach for the back of your legs, roll up to sitting, and you are all done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniela, for the suggestion. Please like this video, helps me out a lot. Please subscribe. I have workouts every single week. I would love to see you again. And let me know if you have a request. I love requests. Have a good one. Bye.